speaking of like Black athletes needing more of a voice, I know like there was like Black organizations that were going to like the Senate to talk about like the name, image, and likeness issue. So like for people who end up watching this and don't know, like as athletes, we don't have like the rights to our like name, image, likeness, and we can't get paid. It's like play fun. So that do that get paid is like we get this education and we do it for fun. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I can go all day on this one, like, cause I make music, so like I've released like 4 solo albums and stuff like that. But like when it comes to getting paid, I'm literally restricted. Like I can't even release music like legally on Apple Music, Spotify, stuff like that. The main social platforms. So that's like detrimental to what I got going on. And so like I have like concerts and whatever, like, and I can't even like put my face on the posters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just got to put my name on or whatever like that. So just like being limited as an athlete, period. It's like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I came to the box.
Yeah, I feel like it's it's weird that we're like the one group of like people, period, that don't get to profit off of our name. So, and I know like that change is supposed to be coming, but I do think like it should just like I don't know why we're like waiting. And it's really frustrating. I feel like as an athlete, like the same thing, like it's it puts athletes in a box. And it's just like it's so unfair because like you said, it's like now we can only, help them like help contribute money towards like the school or help contribute money to like the coaching and all of this stuff or whatever. But it's like we can't diverge from our identity as an athlete, which I feel like is so problematic. Like regardless of whether you go pro or not, it's like it's so important to develop the identity outside of athletics. And eventually, we're all going to transition and out of it, but then also we're at all times more than just being an athlete. So it's like really frustrating. I feel like that we are always like told the things like that we cannot do that any other student would be able to do. Whether it's creating your own business or whether it's like music, anything like that. And like for me, I'd created a sports media platform and it just limits what I can do with it because I don't have the resources because I cannot even, if I wanted to, put it in a position to make money, which is, I just think is just not right. And so it's really frustrating, especially when people say like, we get the trade-off of education because I know like at UCLA, you have like only so many majors that can work with like your athletic schedules too. So it's like, yeah, we get to somewhat choose like our classes and things like that, but at the same time, like we don't. So I don't know. It's just really
like that. Like you're getting paid because you're paying for school. Like I don't. That's like not like you're getting paid whatever your tuition is to work. It's like literally working a job because I mean, y'all know we got early mornings. We got maybe you got to get your extra work in. Then you got practice. You got all your classes. Then you got whatever else. Maybe you're doing 2 days. Like you never really. And then you get like a social life maybe like during the week. And in season it's like not happening. Like it's kind of. I think it's strange. That it's taking this long to do the whole name, image, and likeness thing. But like again, like I think like. And for people that think like, oh, you're an athlete, it's like a privilege that you're here. Like you don't like making money off your own name isn't really like you don't need it. It's a lot of people are like struggling to take care of themselves and people at home when they're doing this. Like I grew up in inner city too. Like it's not it's just not like sweet for me. Like I came to school to set myself up for life. You know what I mean? Like and this isn't like. Not saying that my life is necessarily extremely difficult, but it could have been easier if I could made some money, like had a little side hustle using my name that if I could have, through college. I think it's good that it's going through now. I hope they do it right, whereas so that people can really do it and really capitalize off their name. I really do hope that, but I don't want it to also affect like the game itself too. Like the sports of it. Like it has to be like a balance where I see like, and I get it, because I don't want it to be a point where we live in a world where people like they hate on each other. Like, You know, like one person getting on the team can be making some money doing this. Another person can be hating on him a whole time. That can destroy the whole team chemistry and everything. And it needs to be something. It got to be something that needs to be done so people can make their own money.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Cause like once money come in, you know what I'm saying, that draw the line of everybody pick like pocket watching and stuff like that. And then you got to look at the different sports of how much scholarship esports get. Like you look at basketball, football, you got 4.7%, and you got 35, 40 people on the team. So like, where are the, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are we getting all this other way that entrepreneur skill that people can develop as well to be a stepping stone for after college?
Yeah, and I think name, image, and likeness also would help so much because I know for me, once again, in a sport like track, which is spring, it's like rare because it gives us somewhat of like the summer like off. Like, I mean, we'll have like workouts, but I can do it at home. Like, it doesn't have to be on campus. So like, it's rare in the sense that like I don't have to take like summer sessions or whatever. And I never had to, but because of that, I was able to do stuff like intern and do different things to like help prep myself for after college. And like I was asking a lot of other athletes at school or at UCLA, and like a lot of sports are like, no, we have to be on campus during summers, or like there's no opportunity for them to even like work. So it's like even if they're not creating their own thing, it's like they literally can't even, work, not only in the school year because we all like or we all practice more than like, I don't know, there's a 20-hour limit, but really we all, I feel like, dedicate over like, I think it said in this sort of study like 40, I feel like sometimes it's like pushing 50 hours that we dedicate honestly, like per week, whether it's film, recovery, just like all the stuff we do. And so like obviously there's not that much time to try to like pick up money during the school year, but then it's like even when we're not in the regular school year, most sports are still practicing or still have to be, at school because of that. And that totally takes away the opportunity to help set yourself up after sport. And so that's why I'm like, at least like name, image, and likeness can help promote that sense of like entrepreneurship. So at least we can kind of like try different things on our own, even if you don't have the time to, or like you can't physically be somewhere else trying to like set yourself up professionally, which I think is big for the Black community, being like, yeah, like a lot of athletes within the NCAA are Black, especially in the revenue sports like football and basketball and stuff. But then it's like there's this huge drop off for all the athletes in those sports who didn't go pro. And then it's like, okay, if you didn't go that route, and then they didn't really get to choose their major, and then it didn't get to do anything to set themselves up, it just like does a whole disservice, I feel like, to the Black community especially. I feel like we always get disproportionately like affected by that type of stuff. So hopefully, yeah, these changes happen. And I know the conversations are happening, but I really, really hope to see, that sort of change happening like this year if it can be pushed earlier.